Let's talk about how to write some equations of lines. Let's look at number 8 here. We want to write an equation of a line in standard form, which standard form, if you remember, is AX plus BY equals C. In other words, all of my x's plus or minus all of my y's set equal to C, my constants. Okay? What we want to do is we want to always start off with slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So let's take our information here. They give us this equation, 2x minus y equals negative 5. And we want it to contain the point 4 comma 5. So this line is going to be parallel to this line, and it's going to contain this point. Now, we need, before you can write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form, remember, y equals mx plus b, where m is our slope, the number in front of the x is our slope, and this over here, our b value, is our y-intercept. So before we can write an equation in slope-intercept form, which is where we want to start, we have to have our slope and our y-intercept. So if we go back to our problem, they give us this line here, and they tell us that it has to be parallel to this line. Well, we know that parallel lines have the exact same slope. So I need to look at the slope of this line. But in order to look at the slope of this line, I have to put it in y equals mx plus b form and look at this number in front of the x to see what my slope is. So let's look at that. 2x minus y equals negative 5. Let's solve for y, because that's what we have here. We have y by itself. Let's isolate the y. So I start by subtracting 2x. That cancels, and I'm left with negative y equals negative 2x plus, minus 5. Now, notice the minus sign came down with the y. The sign in front of the number goes with the number. It must come back with it. So what I need to do, that's just like a minus 1 out there, I need to divide by negative 1 everywhere over here too, because we can't have a negative y. So we have y equals 2x plus 5, because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Now, my m that I'm looking for is right here. My m is 2. Okay? So this slope that I need that's going to make this line, my new equation going to be parallel to this line right here, is m, which is m is 2. So I know that m is equal to 2, because I need that same slope. Now remember, I want it to contain this point 4 comma 5. So m is 2, and my point is 4, 5. Now, so far we've done several steps. We're not there yet, but here we go. What I have here with this ordered pair is an xy value. Okay? And going back to my y equals mx plus b, y equals mx plus b, what I need is my y-intercept. I already have my slope of my new line, but I do not have the y-intercept, so I need b. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute my y right here for y right here, my x right here for my x right here, my m right here, 2, for my m right here, and then I'm going to be left with b, and I can solve for b. Let's look how this works. My y is 5. my m is 2, my x is 4 multiplied by 4, because m and x are being multiplied, then plus b. Solve for b. I get 5 equals 8 plus b. Subtract 8, and I get right over here that b is equal to -3. So far, I can write an equation in slope-intercept form because I have my m, my slope, which is 2, and I have my y-intercept, b. And that's what I need to write y equals mx plus b, right? Well, my m is 2x plus b, that's my y-intercept, so it's -3. I could have put plus negative, but y equals 2x minus 3 is fine. If I was writing this equation in slope-intercept form, I would be done right here. But what I have to do is I have to put that in standard form, which is the ax plus by equals c. So I'm working with this in slope-intercept form, and I want to now write this in the form of ax plus by equals c. And you have two rules basically. Number one, the a cannot be negative. And the second rule is no fractions. So what I want to do is look. It's very easy. What I want is all of my x's on the left of the equal sign plus or minus all of my y's and then leave my constants by itself. Well, I have my x's right here on the right side, so I need to use algebra and move it to the left. So 2x is being added to the right side because it's positive, so I subtract 2x from both sides, and I get -2x. It's a positive y, so it's plus y equals -3. Those cancel right there. I'm almost done, but the a term, the number in this a term right here, the number in front of the x can't be negative. It's negative here, so I multiply the entire equation by -1. I distribute that -1, and basically it just changes all the signs. And that is how you write that equation parallel to the original equation going through the point 4, 5 in standard notation.